People are always sending such nice things. Look at this. I just received in the mail from an anonymous person an oven mitt with a smiling sunshine.
Look at that.
And it says, somebody get me a gummy. Isn't that nice?
That's cute.
It's just for you.
I like that.
Well, I'll use it. I will use this.
Look at that smiley, that high smiley face.
Yeah. I know. On the sun. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
A lot of people sent me cards when my dog passed away a couple of weeks ago. That was really nice. I mean, a lot of emails and a lot of Facebook comments and then a lot of cards. And now, to follow this up with a oven mitt with a smiling sunshine that says, somebody get me a gummy. I mean, why wouldn't I use it? You know who's going to be coming in here soon with gifts is the Oreo Hunter. Oh. They have come out with a new, wait a minute, let me get it exactly right. It's an Oreo coming soon based on the band BTS. This is the band BTS. Are they a Korean thing?
Yeah, they're K-pop.
All right.
I don't think you can say that anymore.
But they really are. They are. But they really are a Korean thing.
They're Korean.
Yeah.
Specifically South Korean.
Well, I didn't think they were North Korean.
Yeah, not with music this fun.
Even I know that.
Man, that'd be the change-up you've been looking for, though. You've waited for years for North Korea to decide to suddenly be good. What if they were like, hey, guess what? We love pop music. Here you go.
Yes. Now, what about a North Korean boy band that just breaks out?
That might bring world peace.
Mm-hmm.
Now, believe me, I think some of these bands from Korea, South Korea, are treated a little like North Koreans.
Oh, are they?
They're under such strict rules. They're not allowed to date. Like
really?
and they have these strict routine schedules and stuff like that. It's
They took
intense.
some things from the North.
That's
dance and sing.
That's why they're so entertaining.
I like it. I was going to say we're the recipients of great benefit.
If you ever see these guys perform, you can tell they've practiced for hours and hours.
Let me get it right.
It's like I like what the South Koreans took from the North.
I do.
Let's have somebody off to the side of the stage with a baton just in case.
I feel like a band like a Backstreet Boys would go longer and be better if they were treated that same way.
You need some discipline.
Dance and sing and no sex. Go.
Boom.
Just go get it.
Oh, the no sex part hurts because all these women are just throwing themselves at you.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Too bad. Too bad.
Sorry, I'm focused on my career.
That's what you have to be. Women weaken legs. I learned that in Rocky in 1976.
Yep.
The manager for Rocky, Burgess Meredith, said, women weaken legs. And he said, you stay off sex until after the fight, which is exactly what these boy bands ought to do. The whole reason they're brought up.
One of the many reasons I gave for staying a virgin so long as well.
Yes.
A women weaken legs.
Yeah. That's what you say.
Dedicated to my career.
When you're in high school and you're wearing the V card, and they say, oh, you can't even get any. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to be the best choral performer I can be.
I'm not letting a woman get in my head.
That's right. If you think this Glee Club is going to be as good as it is with me having a bunch of sex, no.
It won't.
You guys are always so convincing.
That's right. Yeah. That's how it is. That's right. BTS is the latest artist to get their own limited edition Oreos. They will hit store shelves in 10 days. They're purple with a brown sugar pancake flavored cream, inspired by a Korean street food called hotak.
Okay.
Right.
Purple?
They're purple.
That's going to ruin my bowel movements.
Oh, God.
It will.
It's going to be a rainbow in there.
Remember what happened last Oreo? Color change.
For the U.S. 250th anniversary, we got the Oreo. No, it's Mandy that sent those in. The Oreo Hunter will get busy on these. 13 different designs in recognition of 13 years since BTS made their debut. And the designs include their light stick, a finger heart, the BTS logo, and the words "Our Universe" and BTS Army. That's what's on the cookie itself. It'll be ingrained in the cookie. There are 13 different ones. And they'll be on store shelves all over America. BTS said in a statement, we're not allowed to speak.
We are very happy about Oreo.
Yes.
Thumbs up.
BTS themselves will get absolutely nothing from the sales of the Oreos.
Nope.
It goes right. I love the way they're managing this band. I think this is a terrific thing, so we reap the benefit. So now I've got Oreos coming, BTS Oreos, and a Get High, Somebody Give Me a Gummy.
Yeah.
I
like that.
It's a really nice thing. We were talking about pre-show. Biggie, you might be into this. I know you watched both. Rachel is now very interested in and at B.B. Shea's insistence. B.B. Shea is now off the show Euphoria because he says it's gotten so away from what it originally was. I just read somebody died and it was a major shocker. I don't know the show at all.
Yeah, I'm shocked by this, frankly, from BB Shea, because we're deep into it this season.
We got one episode left. There's a finale left.
Ever. This is the
It's
series.
it.
Yeah, this should be it. Yeah.
You're just giving up on it.
You know, what I hear is that it's finally getting good and interesting. I have no interest in it now. I'm done.
I admire it. Good for you. If they don't give you a quality product, then move along.
Honestly, I'm with you because this has been a slow season, and I was just anticipating this season so much. It was a real letdown, but I have to know how it ends. That's the only reason I've stuck around.
What everybody says about this program. I was anticipating it. True. Every day.
Everybody hyped it up.
God, it was such a letdown when it was all done.
This has gone so far away from what it was.
Exactly.
I mean, what it started as was a show about high schoolers.
Awful high schoolers.
Awful high schoolers, but now we are running wild into...
They're adults now, and they're awful adults.
Yeah, and I mean, it's really, from what it was till now, is very different.
So BB Shea said he got back into watching, and I guess because we talked about it a few weeks ago, O.J. Simpson, and Red Rachel, who's a huge true crime fan, because she's angry she wasn't born in time to watch the O.J. Simpson trial, which I watched daily.
I know everybody did.
Yeah, it was
And
incredible.
I didn't get to.
It's incredible. I'll tell you two things about. Well, so BB Shea, and I totally agree with this, recommended the 30 for 30 ESPN documentary called Made in America. That's a phenomenal. That's probably the best documentary I've ever seen.
Possibly so.
That's on my Mount Rushmore of documentaries. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
History of the Eagles, OJ Made in America, 2 spots left. These are my history of documentaries.
Last Dance.
Really good.
Okay, that's the third one.
Last Dance is great.
Last Dance is the Michael
and
Jordan.
I hate Michael Jordan, but I love that documentary.
That documentary is phenomenal.
Why do you dislike Michael Jordan?
I just don't like him.
Why?
I'm not into it.
Why?
Because
I can't explain it. Just something I'm not
else
into.
likes him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I don't like LeBron James. Why? I
Also,
don't know.
good for you. That's cool.
No, you don't.
I accept it. I accept
no,
it.
you don't.
I accept
no,
it.
you do not. That's ridiculous. So anyway, he says, watch Made in America, the OJ documentary, and then watch the FX Made for Television show with actors playing the different parts. Cuba Gooding plays OJ. I'll tell you a couple of things about that. BB Shea was saying the only problem with the Made for Television show, which has actors playing the parts, is that David Schwimmer plays Kardashian, the lawyer. And in real life, Kardashian was like, what, 5'8"?
5'7",
5'7". David Schwimmer's 6'2", so David Schwimmer is standing beside Cuba Gooding, who's playing OJ, and is towering over him.
Yeah.
Now that, I compliment BB Shea on. I never noticed stuff like that. That is something I would never go, oh, that's miscast because...
The show is great.
Yes.
Cuba is the worst cast person on the show.
100%.
I don't know who else would have played OJ because they have very similar skin tone and facial features, but Cuba just did not... OJ was a huge man.
He should have been
He was
bigger.
not huge.
I do agree with that.
Yes.
Should've been bigger,
That's the only thing that stuck out to me, and I
Because
love that.
Cuba's small.
He is. He's small, and to me, OJ was big.
But then Cuba really was famous for playing a football player, a receiver
True.
in Jerry Maguire. But that's different because Tom Cruise is also like 5'8".
Yeah.
And he's standing next to him. That is I think it's a good point. I never noticed that. So I think maybe they would have been better off getting a little-known actor that looked a lot like O.J. Simpson.
Yeah.
And then he could be up there. I'll tell you about the ending of that show. Well, really, egg on my face on the O.J. Simpson in real life and the end of that show. In real life, I think I've told you, I was on a different radio show in this building at the time, and we stayed on until 1 o'clock to get the OJ verdict. On the day of the verdict, we stayed on we started at 6 a.m. It was all calls until 1 p.m. Okay, that's when the verdict was announced. It was like 10 a.m. Los Angeles time, and we're 1 p.m. And of course, crowds are lining the streets. They're in the middle of Times Square. It's probably the most watched thing of my life. The one moment.
Yeah.
that is
No
watched.
social media. I mean, it was like you just watch it on TV
You had to
and
tune
radio.
in. Yeah, you had to tune in somewhere to find out.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it was great.
I think even if there had been social media, because it's live broadcast on television, I think it's like the Super Bowl. We're going to watch it. So anyway, there's everybody in America's watching it. Probably 200 million people probably watching this verdict come in. And I had said all day, what? He's guilty. I'm confident they're going to find him guilty. The verdict was back in quickly. And the local news came to film our reaction to the verdict. Okay. When the verdict is read, the camera, for whatever reason, is on my face. And I'm looking up at a television, and they announce, not guilty. And I say, no, a travesty, no. I'm so upset. And, we go about the business, another 15 minutes of people going, I can't believe this. This is ridiculous. Obviously, he's guilty. All the facts pointed to it. Psst, that's it. I go home. Take a nap, wake up that night, 6 o'clock news, turn it on, and there's my fat face. They announce the verdict. No. And then they cut directly to 10,000 screaming, delirious black people who are thrilled. Yeah! We found one thick racist in the Piedmont. That's what they said.
It was it's like they knew. They were like, go get the whitest of white.
Yes.
And make sure you're on him for his reaction.
Yes.
So we can pan it just in case he's not guilty.
That's right.
With thousands of African Americans celebrating in the streets.
They put, my face was on TV, a still behind the anchor, and it said, thick racist. Then they went out to bars. Right. They went out to bars and said, what do you think about that thick radio boob racist?
Yeah.
And people were like, well, I thought OJ was guilty, but this is over the line. No.
I was just thinking, you guys mentioned there was no social media. If this were happening today, somebody would record it as it was happening on TV, and you would hear in the background, you'd hear them go like, what the F?
We could have remixed you. We could have remixed you with people celebrating.
Yeah, that's right.
No. No.
That's what it would have been. And you're right. What the F? That's how that would have turned out.
Yeah.
So then 20 years later, the show comes out on FX. This is a scripted show with actors we just talked about, Cuba Gooding. And I'd recommend, as BB Shea did, I'd recommend that. First the documentary, then that. Both are fantastic. The woman who played Marcia Clark.
Sarah Paulson.
Phenomenal.
Should have won an award if she did.
Yes.
Great.
Yes, agreed. The guy, the guy who
Chris
Darden, who played
Sterling K.
Brown. Phenomenal. Great acting. All of them. Everybody in it. So anyway, at the end of it, I'll say it ends by showing like pictures of the actor. It would show Sarah Paulson along with Marcia Clark, who was the prosecutor, and it would say what they're doing today. Here's where they are now. That's how it ends, over the credits. So my wife and I are watching it, and we get to the very end, and it shows O.J. Simpson, the real O.J. Simpson, and Cuba Gooding Jr., and it says, O.J. Simpson today lives in Los Angeles after serving a prison term, for whatever. So I turned to my wife. I'm getting ready to turn it off. She goes, well, it's not over yet. I said, there's nobody left. There's nobody left. I said, it's got to, O.J.'s the end of it. And then they show the two victims. So guess
you're going to totally dismiss the victim.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Completely forgot the victim.
Which is the biggest travesty of the whole situation.
Of course.
They were completely passed over.
Yes.
They forgot two people died.
Especially the waiter.
Oh, Ron
Goldman.
Yeah.
Wrong place, wrong time.
We debated it at the time. Yeah, wrong place, wrong time. His father kept that going. He continued to this day. He keeps it going. And I remember at the time, I had a lot of people say, you have to let that hate go or it's going to ruin your own life. I think I'd have a hard time. I think I'd be like him, continue to just press. And he goes wherever he can go to talk about how horrible OJ.
Yeah,
on
the day
the day OJ died, he was like, he still owes us money. He still killed my son. And I like that about his father. I mean, I'm like, good for you for doing that, for not letting people forget,
That's something I try to be mindful of when I watch and listen to true crime is like there are families sometimes that have to sit in the very back of the courtroom because of people that, go in and crowd the room.
That's why I like true crime. My wife's gotten me into it. I do like it. But sometimes I look at myself like, God, look what we're watching here. Look what an industry we've made out of murder.
Oh, I mean, I realize it's an industry, but I've said this before. For me, it's kind of like a survival thing. I always try to. I don't try to be too paranoid, but I'm like, okay, this person was hitchhiking. That's why hitchhiking is illegal,
right? Well, yeah,
or something along those lines. It's I don't want something like that to happen to me.
I tell my daughter to take her mace and her brass knuckles out with her. Do you do that?
I mean, I have my weapons of choice.
Well, you should.
Yeah.
Well, you're pretty tough on your own.
She's packing.
She should. Well, I don't blame you. Pack. I mean, I'm not a gun person, but if I was a dainty little thing like you, well, you're pretty wiry. I feel like just your two dukes here. You know, mine, old Peaches and Herb. I'll take you out.
I didn't know you got your daughter a pair of brass knucks.
I sure did. I got her brass knucks and some mace. And anytime she goes anywhere, do you have your mace and your... She's like, I don't know. Like,
yes, Daddy.
Get it, and take it. That's exactly right.
Don't forget mace expires. Gotta keep that expiration date in mind.
Yep. I want pepper spray. I want mace. There's a new thing, but this is about fighting.
God, imagine being shot by Rachel. That's the last thing you see. It's little Rachel above you going, holding a gun over you.
It would be menacing.
No. Are you Rachel?
Is your grandfather Billy Crash Craddock?
Are you the one whose grandfather sang the country songs?
Rub it in, right?
You really are small.
Smaller than I thought you'd be. He's right. You're dainty. There's a thing in New York. I thought this was a joke, but apparently it's real. There's a workout trend where you go to the park and play chess, and you take a break from chess to have a 1-minute round of boxing. So it's boxing and chess, and if you close the other person out at either one, you win. So you can either win the chess match or the boxing match and be declared a winner.
That's New York, baby.
That is New York.
That is New York.
That is
You wouldn't find that anywhere else.
No, they started doing it in the park.
That is something.
You alternate between sitting down at the board. You've seen those boards in the park.
Yeah.
And then getting up and having sanctioned boxing in the park. There's a guy named William Graff of New York. There's a group called New York Chess Boxing. And this is the only place in the country it's going on, as BB Shea said. And here's his advice.
I've been playing competitive chess tournaments for over 20 years. I'm a FIDE master. I teach the chess. Juan is the best at teaching boxing. We really break it down, learning how to do each punch properly. Then we go to the chess component where I'm breaking down important chess concepts. We play and we focus on making those transitions.
I call it a blood sport.
Is that supposed to be like a rap of some sort?
It's a real thing.
All I can imagine is somebody trying to make a move, but both their eyes are swollen shut.
You're right.
That's not your king, boss.
It balances your mental acuity with your physical.
It's the ultimate workout.
It's the ultimate workout.
Yeah.
Mind and it's like our Heart 75.
Exactly.
You have to do mental as well as physical, which is exactly what they do. So you either knock out your opponent or checkmate your opponent, whichever comes first.
I bet checkmate gets yelled on both.
Checkmate.
Checkmate, bitch. Stay down.
It's drawing big crowds. Now they're having like people watch it in Brooklyn and in Manhattan.
I would.
And people absolutely love it. There's a strange strategy to it. You know, you got to keep on your feet. You got to kind of duck and move to keep your wits about you while you play the chess at the same time. It's incredible.
Speaking of fighting, I don't know. BB Shea saw this. Chris Kelly, I don't know if you have. Did you see the UFC ring getting loaded into the White House lawn?
Oh, no, I did not.
It's a picture that you'll never forget.
How exciting. This is something now.
I mean, the ring is like towering over the White House as they're lowering.
All right.
Lawn. And I'm like, we've done it. Idiocracy is real.
We've got UFC at the White House.
Combat sports on the White House lawn
is what we're doing. And they're playing chess boxing in New York City. The guy you just heard there says people want to see your mental state after you take a punch several rounds in. Can you still think well enough to make the proper moves on the chessboard? That's an incredible idea. What a sport.
That's something.
Oh, it's something. By the way, tomorrow at this time, speaking of America, Rolling Stone magazine has put together their list of America's greatest achievements in the 250 years.
Okay.
The things we've given the world that are the most relevant, the best things we've given the world.
Everything.
He's right. I mean, everything. Everything we do, of course. Diet Coke. I mean, I think that'd be mine on my Mount Rushmore of everything. You know, Diet Coke, Chick-fil-A. These are the things.
Yeah.
These are the things I'm talking about.
Yeah. McDonald's.
It's all true. But let me give you a hint here. Now, tomorrow we'll get into the whole thing, but there are several. They listed like 250 things for the 250th anniversary. Let me see here. The baseball diamond.
Okay.
The baseball diamond I've heard is described as perfect because if you hit a sharp ground ball to shortstop or third base, you're going to be out by one step. And it's the perfect, it's the perfect shape and size, basically. That's one of them, what we've given the world over 250 years. Here's a contest for you again, BB Shea. What are these three? Well, all of you. What do these three bands have in common? We did it yesterday.
I'm gonna fight 'em all. A 7-nation army couldn't hold me back. Hello, Daddy. Hello, Mom. I'm your cherry bomb. We got the beat.
That's the White Stripes, the Runaways, and the Go-Go's. What do the three bands have in common?
Female drummers.
Yes. Very nice. Female drummers. You all knew it.
Yeah.
You're all nodding.
I was going to call my shot if he didn't get it.
You have to. I guess you have to know the White Stripes have a female drummer.
Yeah.
You knew?
I knew two of them.
Yeah. Well, the Runaways and the of course the Go-Go's.
Go-Go's.
But I didn't know the White Stripes. That's good. That's
Meg
well
White.
done. Well, that's exactly right. Female drummers for all three bands. Nicely done. Stumped you yesterday. Couldn't today. We'll see what tomorrow holds here. We're considering making this a game here and doing it all time, but that is a good guess.
I like that.
Yeah, that's
Fun.
a good one. Good one today.